That's what the intel on Oasis pointed to. Valen's mysterious mission in Africa. I was supposed to find answers, but left with more questions. My orders are to find out what the informant knows, to fill in the blanks. Problem is, he's being held at a POW camp to the north, and the only way through is Halfaya Pass. I'm hitching a ride with the long-range desert group, but the Germans have dug in with flak 88s and a heavy motor pool. We can't afford a massive firefight. I'll have to take out the guns and help the LRDG push through. The pass is heavily fortified, with plenty of narrow spaces and close-quarter surprises. I'll need to watch my six and pack a couple of mines to cover a quick exit. I suppose they don't call it Hellfire Pass for nothing.
Right, so hello viewers and welcome back to Sniper Elite 3. So we'll be playing Mission 3 as well here, and I've already chosen the loadout, but I'll show you guys this screen here. Now, I've already tried to record this numerous times due to interruptions and various different things. A few issues have just popped up, so I had the chance to actually just build up a large amount of experience really, so I'll show you guys some of the things that we've unlocked just here right now. Namely, we've unlocked the Gewehr 43 rifle. It's the second semi-automatic rifle inside the game, next to, of course, the M1 Garand rifle. And from the looks of it, it features a slightly, from the looks of it, more zoom, more muzzle velocity, at the cost of quite a lot of recoil, but it has a much more stable scope for the weapon. Actually, you know what? I think we'll take out this gun for the sake of taking it out, really, unless... no, never mind. One of the things that I've also unlocked here was the first piece to customizing the rifles themselves. So, another thing that we've got here is the Thompson gun, which seems to be pretty much just a straight-up upgrade from the MP40, apart from that small dip of range. Of course, we've unlocked the third pistol as well, and I think now we also have armor piercing ammunition, so the stuff unlocks pretty fast. I think I'm only well, I mean, obviously I've only played the up to right around the third mission of the game. Technically I'd have more experience than that, so perhaps I'd say halfway through the campaign. So yeah, overall level 8, so not to say terribly far into the game, but anyhow, we'll just begin the game and start from there. Now, I think we've already seen that intro cutscene once before, but nonetheless, I'll just watch it again, just for that sake. So anyhow, they've got some interesting stuff behind the history of the game inside the, or rather the history of the campaign inside the game. Just a little bit about the long-range desert group there. That was it was a specialty espionage, or rather, intelligence gathering would be the official title. Group of volunteers, actually. It was only right around 350 men, and they were definitely an interesting bunch of people who performed a variety of raids and missions, opening up areas as well for other special divisions on the what would effectively be the southern flank for the British, and the Italian, of course, the German lines there. So unfortunately, I don't know too much about the Italy or that North African campaign there. Some of the viewers on my channel may remember. I like to do a wide variety of different wargaming games here and there, and with that said, I mean, those are very, very historically accurate titles, and what I mean by wargaming is that they're typically very realistic, simulator-esque games, more so about the commanding of troops, so they're pretty much just strategy titles, than say the regular definition of the term, which would probably be, in general, any game nowadays. Well, most games, actually. That's not entirely true. Right, so one of the things about this level that makes it pretty surprising is that, oh, by the way, we do have a muzzle hider, where it says it's a muzzle hider. In reality, I think all it does is that it increases the muzzle velocity on the M1 Garand now, at the cost of, I think, either recoil or range. It was said there inside the statistics screen, but I don't think it actually functions as a muzzle hider, and you'll see why in a second as soon as we pick off somebody inside one of those X-ray cams. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I tried to record this multiple times before, and there's just a couple of, like, small but rather annoying issues that come up here and there, and I was being interrupted a lot later, or rather, you know, earlier on. One of the things that come up is, again, I mean, the shooting problem, where it seems like you just hit them dead on, and for whatever reason misses. I mean, that could be just, you know, partially my fault, and to the game's side of things, I had a situation where I was lying down prone with the well rod pistol, and I'll show you the crosshairs for it. It's that small, and I tried to shoot some guard in the head with it, and again, I'll show you guys how small that crosshair is when you're lying down. So I shoot at this guy, and it was fairly close. It was right around, say, the distance from here to, I don't know, maybe that post at max. I'll show you guys the location where that happens as well. And you can clearly see the little dinked animation where it hits the helmet, and I suppose some sparks fall off, or some parts of the helmet either break off or something. But anyhow, it'll show you that animation, but it literally did no damage to the guy. So he found out, and I'm going like, what the hell is going on here? And yeah, it was just really weird like that. So anyhow, there's just a few issues there that I found to be really weird, but apart from that, I mean, the game is so far, I mean, still pretty enjoyable. I have to question some of the
First order of business. Find those 88s.
Here, and I'll show you guys why that's that in just a second. On the positive side of things, though, I mean, I'm rather surprised at how well they made the AI awareness for these AI troops who are sentries and guards and stuff and such like that, really. So yeah, one of the things that this scenario features a lot of are these little open round areas where there will be a ton of guards just effectively inside these semi-mutually supporting locations. And as you can see here, there's quite a few buildings here on this little area, and each and every single one of them effectively faces each other to an extent. And with that said, I was rather surprised when a guard from that house managed to see me near those ridges over there. It was definitely something that you don't see a lot in stealth games. I think the only other stealth game that really had comparable AI spotting was maybe Deus Ex Human Revolution, maybe? Don't remember too much about that game. Oh, another thing that's kind of odd is that whenever you, like, pick up items inside the game, I noticed that it switches you into the running stance, the uncrouched stance, if you will, which makes it fairly easy for the AI to detect you. Over here, it's understandable. I mean, you're picking up a pretty heavy dude, but at the same time, I'll show you where it becomes a problem. So I think this guy is going into the house. Yeah, he's right over there. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he'll turn around. You can just, I don't know with YouTube quality whether or not you'll be able to see this guy, but he's very faint, and he's just inside the, there we go. Turned around and he moved. It was very faint in here. He's just at this doorway right here. So anyhow, we will cap off this guy like that. And we'll pick up this intel bit because I found out that, like, if you collect some of these intelligence reports, they're a collectible source of, you know, actual intelligence in the game's terms, but at the same time they'll also give you some bonus objectives to do as well. So for that one, it looks like we found some intel about a general that was looking around at his defensive line here, inspecting it, if you will, and well, we have the option to find him and eliminate him as a bonus objective. You can pause the video and of course read those little briefings if you'd like. But like I said, I mean, I've already seen that quite a few times here, so I'm not gonna bother spending time to check it out. So yeah, that is one thing there. And I mean, the minute that you pick up those intel briefings, it'll switch you back into the running stance, and inside that situation, it'd be really bad, because then you'd immediately have to confront those alerted enemies right there. So yeah, kind of an odd part of the game. Oh, and there's also these two guys here. So, oh, just absolutely gorgeous light rays right there. One of the things that I wonder about is whether or not you can actually use the sun to hide yourself, if you will. I mean, looking at it from this angle, if you were in the shadows somewhere, like say behind, or below those trees, it'd be pretty damn difficult to spot somebody like right there. I wonder if the game actually does something to model that in those regards.
Ich habe was gehört.
I'm gonna try to alert one of these guards to walk over there and to check out that thing.
Ich sehe absolut nichts.
One of the things about the game is that the guards seem to act pretty erratically at times once you alert them. So with that said, what we want to try to do here is we want to pick off that first guard. And then we want to deal with the second guard accordingly.
Seht mal da drüben nach.
Let's see whether or not this will work. So lie down here. And when the guard walks back here, because I'm not really sure what'll happen if we actually shoot this guy without the crosshairs being reddened up. I don't think either the bullets actually register or something happens. I don't know. We could try it actually. Yeah, that definitely hit him square in the face. And for whatever reason, didn't seem to do anything.
Irgendeine Spur von dem Schützen?
Right. So anyhow, we'll get rid of him like that, and this is the tricky part right here. So, on the first run through this area, yeah, there's a guard right inside that house, or rather two guards. There's one on the first floor and one on the second floor. And they will actually spot you if you are particularly exposed whilst going around these cliffs here and there. They don't seem to be able to notice the bodies though, so at least that is that. And we'll search these guys because later on we might need to use these grenades and other stuff that they have lying about. So around, if we stay close to the plants and the shadows over here, we should be fine. But I'm actually really intrigued at the possibility of using the sunlight there. So for example, if we were firing in the northern direction, going off the mini-map, if we were south of, say, a group of enemies to the north and we fired on them, I want to see whether or not the sun will actually conceal you to a decent degree there. That would be really, really specific on just a portion of the game there. It'd be really nice if they paid that much attention to the mechanics like that. However, I'm not really sure if they will do that. Right, so anyhow, another thing that we can do here is we have the option to, of course, place some of these booby traps, which I will. And the reason being is that currently we are inside the middle of a 3 of these circle areas type of junction. And this is where the game acted really, really weirdly. So, as soon as we come down from this location to where this objective is, there'll be a small opening, and there'll be effectively one guy who patrols really nearby here. So this is literally the exact position I'd say a bug happened to me. So I lie down here, and I try to shoot a guard that would appear from this general area. He'll come by later on, and currently I'll mark a few targets. But when he did, I shot him clear, like just right in the face, and for whatever reason, it seemed to register as a hit, as in the hit markers and things would appear, but he wouldn't actually. I don't know whether or not he took damage or not, but it instantaneously alerted him. It's really rather weird. I don't like maybe the helmet absorbed the shot, Because I mean, these pistol rounds, especially being silenced and all, they probably don't do it. Oh wait, no, he doesn't even help out. So yeah, it's the crosshairs at this range. It's right around the same size as his head. And in most games, I mean, that would definitely guarantee you a kill there. Right, so anyhow, I mean, inside this position, we also do have the noise to cover up some of the effects of our shots coming from the gun. So I think I'll try to pick off a few of the guys before moving into that area, because to the left and the right of this hole, it's not much that we can see, right? Yeah, as you can see there, the muzzle flash hider doesn't really perform like one. Looks like we just nicked that guy on the neck for some nice, lovely damage. They seem to be alerted despite the sound hiding thing there. Maybe we cut the very end of it is the thing. Yeah, because that definitely looks like a gun crewman with the little headset and all. What's the word I'm looking for? Earplugs, earmuff things. Right, so these guys are unfortunately all on high alert. Or not exactly on high alert, but they are alerted now. So that will unfortunately make our movements very difficult here. And the thing being is that we can't actually kill off the gun crew to finish the objective. We have to actually go over there and destroy the actual equipment. Yeah, just like that. I hit him square in the head. He has a cloth, what I presume to be a cloth, just sort of a fabric hat there, and for some reason it doesn't take him out. So yeah, very, very odd behavior like that. I mean, I guess he was just too far away, and how the game allocates damage makes it so that it's considered a non-lethal hit or something. But yeah, it's iffy like that. That guy I shot in the chest, but the first guy, we definitely hit him in the head. Let's see. Don't mind me, just crawling around over here. Right, so I don't think there will be any more guards in this area, so... or at least close by, so we can get fairly close to the gun now. Hopefully these guys will get back to actually manning the gun, though I don't think they will. Now the way you actually destroy this thing is, to me, beyond unintuitive. So the gun is actually just a piece of equipment up here, and it has the characteristics of a flat cannon for what it's worth. You know, it's a big thing. You can't actually place any charges on it, and the way that that they want you to destroy it, going off of the intro video, is that you want to come down here into the basement cellar, and you shoot out the red barrels there to make the thing collapse effectively on top, or, you know, blow up the struts down here to make the thing collapse. Now, usually you'd think that you probably are supposed to shoot this area from somewhere like far, far away, but no. This grate up here, it's actually a solid entity. You can't shoot through it. So, with that said, I mean, the only way to do this part would be actually to just come down here and I guess chuck I'm gonna chuck a grenade. Hopefully that'll keep us hidden. And evidently it's an instantaneous process here with the grenades. So yeah, that'll take the thing out, and we can go all the way around. So I suppose, I mean, yes, they do show you it inside that mission briefing or intro video there, but at the same time, I mean, I think it implies that it's more of a...
Wir stehen unter Beschuss! Ist hier irgendwo.
It's more of a shootable target from range. Maybe there's some sort of slot somewhere nearby, because I don't think you can go... Actually, no.
Wenn hier ist, finden wir ihn.
There's nothing to even see.
Könnt ihr was erkennen?
The area down there.
Wachsam bleiben!
So yeah, that's really weird. Right, so anyhow, now we'll just go back the way we came from and move on to the other objectives here and there. So again, sticking close to these bushes, we'll make a few safety precautions along the way. So I think for example here, we will make a booby trap right here. Come on, there we go. The thing is that if you alert the troops inside one of these little, I would call them cells or pockets, the other groups will actually go to whichever place that you've alarmed the guards in through these tunnels. And with that said, if we booby trap them, it will make it quite a dense trap that'll at least pick off one or two guards when they pick off.
I'm low on ammunition.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that guy. But at least we can gain a single bullet from him. Kind of nice if that was a single round for the well rod, but unfortunately it is not. Ooh. Quite a precarious situation here. Guy, I want to say that we're probably in his field of view, just on the edge of it though. And that guy might see us. He might not. We can jump over that area right there, but yeah, it's quite a noticeable animation. Hopefully the game's quite forgiving on that regard, where the animations don't technically count as your own movements, in a sense that the guards would just not see them. There we go. Just follow the edges of this pathway here. Fence will cover us from everything from that side. And hopefully
Seht mal nach.
the weeds will help out there. Oh, there we go. Gotta say, this is a very colorful house. This might be risky, but let's go right around the edge of the house and get back into the shadows. Nice. So there we go. Hopefully we can find some ammunition in here. I see a lot of boxes. Nope, nothing. That is disappointing. It's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, I think we found a body. Some wonderful sun effects there. Alright, so I think I see one more guy inside the guard tower. Definitely really blinding if you are, say for example, right under that tiny cliff or sorts.
Durchkämmt das ganze Gebiet. Hier ist nichts.
Oh, that is not good. It's gonna stab that guy, but there's two more of his buddies right around the corner. Oddly enough, inside this scenario, I found it really weird how practically none of the snipers' nests actually function to as viable places to shoot from, unless you just have the objective of shooting a whole bunch of the soldiers down there. Yeah, because the one over here, as indicated by the little area here, actually doesn't have a view of the flat gun that you kind of expect it to. Only the one for this objective actually has a sniper's nest that remotely correlates to it. The other one correlates to a secondary objective, which is kind of weird. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was a very, very minute blink from up there. You can see the outlines of a sniper. If I zoom in, there we go. There's our man. Sniper, let's see, weapon, Gewehr 43. Oh yeah, and even gives you a nice little briefing about him. So we'll make our way along the sides. Don't know if those snipers have a better sense
I'll have to take out the next one from this side of the canyon.
of awareness or anything, but in the event that they do, we'll stick to the foliage down here, and we'll see how well we can hopefully get the jump on him. He looks like he's actually looking fairly close to us. Not near the side. Am I stuck inside the... No. There we go. Yeah, like I said, they have longer lines of sight than what regular video game sentries would have. See whether or not we lose sight of him, and whether or not I can... No. Looks like he has this area actually pretty well covered. I can't seem to sneak past him the conventional way. See whether or not we can get the jump by going underneath all of this crap. I'm gonna guess that because he's slightly alerted, he is... yeah, he's gonna continuously look into this direction for the next bit of time. So let's see whether or not we can get his attention away from this angle.
Ist vielleicht nichts, aber...
Ooh.
Nichts.
Oh, this is a precarious location. Might be able to make a quick dash for freedom over here. And I don't think I'll risk shooting him, as we've already seen. If you shoot him outside of the range in which your crosshairs turn red, it doesn't seem to be a one-shot kill. Yeah, what am I gonna do about this guy though? He has the areas covered practically. Oh crap. Try the rock thing again.
Bin wohl etwas nervös heute.
There we go. No, I think he'll still be alerted if we go up there, because they do again have pretty high, or rather pretty wide fields of view.
Falscher Alarm.
There we go. Oh, well, we might be able to take his sniper rifle if it's lying around. Oh well, it's not a big deal. But you kind of need to see. Right, this one's a little more straightforward. All you have to do is shoot the red barrel next to the gun. So again, we'll wait until the engine sounds play. And precariously, the gun blows up as well, not just the barrel, but they both blow up at the same time. Right, so nobody, apparently nobody's watching that gun from here, evidenced by their